Back in about 1965, then I started to take notice of Darby McCarthy. I started to, he was mainly in Brisbane in those days, but then when he came to Sydney, and I looked at him like you look at all jockeys, all horses then, I thought, this bloke, this jockey is something special. Now I was only about 24, 25, but I had been over in the UK and I had the wonderful experience of seeing Scobie Breezley at his peak, Ron Hutchinson, Bill Williamson. There were jockeys riding in the north of England where I was stationed for 12 months, Russ Maddock and Val Faggoter. They were great jockeys and I was up close and personal with them, watching them, not as a mate or anything like that. And of course there was Lester Piggott. And that was the era when Lester Piggott was dynamic. He was this huge young bloke. He was the most powerful jockey I think that's ever been seen. However, at that stage, he was not better than Scobie Breezley. And Scobie rode more with his hands and his brain than with a shillelagh. If Scobie Breezley went for the whip, you're in dire straits. But I'd come off this education of seeing different jockeys, just tuning my opinions to great riders, and then I returned to Australia. And of course Australia in those days, we produced the best riders in the world. We had George Moore, and as I said before, the jockeys that went to the UK, they were so dominant. But then I saw Darby McCarthy and well, this jockey, there's something special about him. He had this touch, an affinity with racehorses, and that's that caught my eye. And in those 60s, you'd watch him and it's like an art form. You see a great jockey in action. I still see it every Saturday. You'll see a great ride. It rings bells, and it still rings bells. Around about that time, and having that basis of different jockeys, I could see the artistry and the expertise in Darby McCarthy.